It's your voice, your vote. Politicians are spending near record amounts this election to get their message to you.
The commercials are impossible to miss, especially in the hotly contested House race in the 2nd Congressional District. New at 6, Dan Kennedy follows the money.
Kiggans already voted to restrict our reproductive freedom.
She just doesn't get it.
I'm getting hosed here.
Blame Elaine Luria.
It's the unmistakable sound of election season.
I'm Jen Kiggans, and I approve this message.
Ads, ads, and more ads.
Influence and aggression threaten our allies and our economy. I'm Elaine Luria.
Competing for your attention and your vote.
Liberal Elaine Luria. She's hosed us for the last time.
I told you, blame Elaine Luria.
With Jen Kiggans in Congress, the worst is yet to come.
With just 2 weeks to the midterms, time is ticking and money is being spent. Millions to be exact. We found a combined $13.5 million spent so far on advertising in the District 2 race between Democratic incumbent Elaine Luria and Republican State Senator Jen Kiggans. But there's a difference in where they're getting all that cash.
Because a strong Navy means a strong America. And that's what I'm fighting for in Congress.
Congresswoman Luria's campaign self-funded more than half of its ads so far, spending more than $4 million on advertising. The remaining $3 million was paid for mostly by Democratic super PACs.
In Congress, I'll fight for what matters most, to our families and the future of Hampton Roads.
It's a stark contrast to the Kiggans campaign, which self-funded just 11% of its advertising so far. Republican super PACs paid for the rest, like $3.5 million from the Congressional Leadership Fund, which has spent more than any other outside group to elect Republican candidates in House races, according to its website.
If you think $13.5 million is a lot to spend on one race, get this, the District 7 race in Virginia far surpasses that. We found more than $23 million spent on ads between the two candidates there. And you can expect to see even more ads as we enter the home stretch. Dan Kennedy, 13 News Now.
And tonight, Congresswoman Elaine Luria and State Senator Jen Kiggans will face off for the final time before the election. Luria tells us she's expecting another spirited debate. In the past, the candidates have clashed over topics like abortion, the economy, veterans' health care, and the 2020 election results. Today, Luria spoke on why her team is calling Kiggans, quote, dangerous for coastal Virginia.
It's clear that someone who will not say that President Biden won a free or fair election in 2020, someone who cannot uphold and acknowledge the laws, shouldn't be making laws in Washington, and she's not fit to serve in Congress.
Congresswoman Luria says tonight she plans to tout her accomplishments over the last 4 years in office. She says she's confident she's going back to Congress when voters go to the polls on November 8th.
Meanwhile, State Senator Jen Kiggans is pushing back against claims made by Congresswoman Luria. At a campaign rally in Chesapeake yesterday, Kiggans denied accusations that she refuses to recognize free and fair elections.
You know, the reason why is because she's losing. She knows she's losing.
Win or lose, will you respect the outcome of this election?
Yes.
Kiggans is on the final leg of her campaign, and Governor Glenn Youngkin is on the road with her. She says her campaign will pull ahead on Election Day, despite a Wasson Center poll showing the candidates are neck and neck.